Yo, what up, guys? So, welcome back. My voice does sound a bit weird. I am kind of sick, and my room is rather echoey, if that makes sense. But, um, obviously, I don't just sit in front of the camera and talk for a while. So, but I've been saying about doing an update on life for kind of a while now. So, that's kind of what I'm going to do. A lot of people don't really know a whole lot about me or know much about what I've done, what I've been doing lately. I've kind of mention a few things kind of piece by piece, but a lot of people don't actually know really kind of from when they saw me every day in high school to what I've done since then, because obviously I'm not in school or anything. I've just been working. So I don't really do a lot of sit down in front of a camera, so this is kind of going to be just one of those videos. I really have no clue how long it is, but I'm gonna try not to make it like extremely long, just because I kind of feel bad if I made it that long, and because nobody's gonna want to listen to me talk for, you know, forever. So, um, and then I'm gonna kind of give some goals for the channel, see kind of what happens. Yeah. So for starters, obviously, if you don't know, I've changed the name. My goal to change the name of the channel was actually to SMX Exotics. That is going to be hopefully the name of a company that I want to open that's going to be related to fully automotive, like similar to VF Engineering, if you guys know what that is. If you don't, it's a company, as far as I know, based in California. They do anywhere from ECU tunes to things such as superchargers on Lamborghinis, not Ferraris, what's the other, Audi R8s and things like that, but that's kind of what they do. They have their own dyno and things, and if you don't know what a dyno is, it's something that tests like horsepower and your torque on a car. So there's a couple different versions of that. I'm not totally certain. Anyway, so that's kind of where that is. I want to kind of base a company that's kind of a mix between that, your simple, just everyday maintenance for those, and then I also want to go a little bit further and do wraps, as well as doing a mix again of VF Engineering, and then another company known as Sheepy Racing. Sheepy Racing is same idea, except it's mostly ECU tuning and turbochargers on higher performance automotives. So that's kind of my goal. My goal is really to start having that kind of open up, and within 10 years, I really have no clue if that's going to happen. Anyway, so a lot of people, I'm going to kind of go back to the beginning and kind of work their way to present time. So beginning, present time. So really what happened was I started in high school, I was in marching band, and about halfway through my senior year, I just kind of stopped showing up, stopped going to Legend. I went to a Legend, which was a school in Parker. That's as far as I'm going to mention, just for the sake of it. A lot of people think I dropped out. For anyone who thinks I dropped out, I did not, and unfortunately, I don't actually have my diploma with me, and that I will explain in a little bit, so stay tuned to a later part in the video where I will explain why I don't have my diploma currently on me. So that's what happened there. No, I did not drop out. What actually happened was I switched fully online because really school wasn't working out. I left the high school I was at with a 1.9 GPA. That was, I wasn't so much I wasn't smart, I just kind of gave up on doing school. As far as I was concerned, I had one teacher fail me intentionally, and that just kind of screwed my mood up. Sophomore year, I was like, you know what? Screw high school, I'm just gonna not do it. They don't care, and I really determined that the teachers really just don't care about you. They're just there to get their money. So that's kind of life, whatever. So I just started ditching a lot. I left school. grades were horrible. So I switched online. Actually, I didn't really do that legally, but it worked out long term. I'm not going to get into a whole bunch of details on that. No, I did not get in trouble for it, but well, I did and I didn't. I didn't get in legal trouble. I got in trouble with my parents for how I did it. So, mostly my mom. Long term, though, she ended up more happy that I did it that way. So, anyways, that's as far as I need to go detail there. But it's a school known as Penn Foster, which, if you know, this video is not sponsored, obviously. But if you guys aren't doing as well in school or whatever, I recommend highly going to Penn Foster. They're a great school, and this, honestly, I've told a lot of people this, and if my mom finds this, well, whatever. She finds the video and she'll probably kind of be upset if she ever watches it. She might not, whatever. So, personally, what I did was, with Penn Foster, all it is everything's multiple choice except your English questions. So my goal was really to graduate before her birthday. That is all I wanted. That was her birthday present, partially at least. So what ended up happening was I ended up graduating 3 months early, February 5th or 6th, I believe it was. Online, I have a diploma, and I ended up buying a whole gown and everything. No, I did not go to an actual graduation. I would have to fly to Pennsylvania. One, I didn't have the money to do so, and two, I didn't really have the time, and I was never real fond on really wanting to go to a huge graduation. Not even if I was stayed at the high school I was at. I really just wasn't big on that idea. So pretty much that was that story. So I left and I ended up getting up to a 3.4 GPA. The reason I managed to do that, basically, I simplistically cheated. I just used Brainly.com. Simplest way. I'm not the only one that does that, and I know that for a fact. I've talked to plenty of people, but whatever. I used Brainly.com. And from there on, I went through, did all of my exams that way, blew through it, got done 3 months early from the rest of my original class at my high school I used to go to. Let's see, from there, so that's just a little pointer. And I think my monthly payments for the program was $69 a month. If I would have started freshman year and would have done that, I probably would have been done before the end of my freshman year, all of high school. Now, yes, I also had transfer credit, so I didn't have to do a lot of retakes. If it wasn't for that, I would probably still be in high school right now. So, just being honest there. To me, though, high school is completely useless. A lot of what they teach you is a lot more advanced stuff to do with that of what would be in, middle school. You can literally get by with what you learn in middle school. High school is just a more advanced form. And to me, most of what's taught in high school, minus extracurricular activities and things such as doing like marching band, and I'm not just saying that because I did it, but I probably learned the most from my marching band director, to be honest. So shout out Mr. Otis. Anyways, to me, it's a waste of time, but I didn't want to drop out because so many things require a diploma and a GED doesn't help. So that's why I went the route I did. So the main thing is just try to pass. If you're really falling behind, I recommend doing online, but don't go through your district because the district likes to monitor things. So honestly, if you're not going to become like a teacher or something, or you're not going to college, or you're not going to college to be a math, a science, language arts / English, whatever you want to call it, or math, science, language arts, social studies, if they even still call it that, teachers, don't bother with like, just try to graduate and get what you want to do. Next thing, obviously, I'm trying to get into a tech school. So I was trying to actually do Army at the time I left the high school. That fell through, unfortunately. Honestly, I think the Army actually threw me under the bus, but that's just my opinion. They may not have, whatever. Doesn't matter. Anyways, whatever went from there, once I was declined from the Army, I didn't give up. I still wanted to do it, but I happened to find a commercial on YouTube, probably, for Universal Technical Institute. First thing I did, I put my information in. I had a date set within 2 months to go down to Arizona, which is kind of where I'm at now. I've been working, trying to gain the money to go, but then I went over this summer to California to be at a music camp, and I got a text from the military saying they wanted to pass my information to the Marine Corps. While I was in California, the Marine Corps called, and actually one of my friends went through the recruiter down in Westminster. Yes, right now that's about an hour and a half away from me. I'm also in the process of moving, as I've mentioned plenty of times. So, that's kind of been a huge jumbled mess right now because I'm supposed to actually be going to Arizona December probably 7th or 8th. That being said, I'm waiting on the military. So tomorrow I've got to really, well, it'll either be tomorrow or today or whenever you're watching this, whatever. But right now, like, it's night on the 28th, I think. No, 29th. Yeah, I think it's the 29th today. Tomorrow will be the 30th of October. So I will be, and like I mentioned on my last video, it's taking like a day and a half plus to really upload the videos. I don't know what's going on. It really sucks, to be honest, but whatever. So anyways, that's what I've got to change my start date, which I can do, and it's going to be probably, for the time being, I'm changing it to either June 8th or June 29th. And the reason I say it's either or is because I'm also questioning maybe changing my campus. I'm supposed to go to Avondale, Arizona for school, but I'm really thinking about going to Long Beach, California. I might not. I might go to Arizona. I don't know yet. 29th would be Long Beach. The 8th of June would be Arizona. The reason I love California, and that's why, but I'm kind of stuck up on wanting to go to Arizona at the same time because Arizona works with is one of their highest performance schools that school has. They've got UTI has a lot of locations across the U.S., but it's one of like 3 locations they have that use this nitrous oxide, as well as they have running dynos on the campus. So, really cool. That's kind of why, but I have to move my date either way. Now, I'm waiting on, again, with military. That also goes back to why I don't have my diploma right now on me. The military currently has my diploma because I'm still going through the process, and that I would have to bring out to Westminster and go back into Denver pretty much every time. So right now I've just got I can't really go into detail on it, and right now I don't really want to go into detail anyways. So that being said, like, I don't mind going into it. It's just because the process is still ongoing that I don't want to talk too much about it. But yeah, like, details wise. So anyways, going into that, that's why I'm waiting. Hopefully I'll know kind of by the end of November where that's going. Then I've got to, so they have a lot of my paperwork, legal documents right now. Then once I find out from them if I've been approved, then I'll find out how long I've got to do their delayed entry program, preparing for boot camp. And then I've got 3 months of boot camp, and in those 3 months, I will not be doing anything on YouTube. I will update you, obviously, when I'll be going so that you expect that 3-month gap. But for the time being, I really can't estimate that. But while I'm in the military, I do want to keep trying to make videos. Like I said, right now my computer's broke. Like the screen's destroyed. I'm working on trying to get that fixed. If I can get that fixed, that'll help out a lot because I need to buy some software for doing some editing. So that's kind of where that's at. Content-wise, just leave me some ideas down in the comments. I'm kind of running out of ideas, especially winter. I don't really know what to do. Obviously I do have my gun. I have some awesome ideas really for that. But that's gonna take some time, and of course, living in Colorado, it's winter, the weather is trash, so right now. So that's kind of a work in progress. I can't do much on the way of that, shooting videos. So anyways, because and there's not a lot of car shows either, so I can't do a lot with anything car-wise. So there might be a video coming up either before I go to boot camp or after. I have planned. I'm indecision on it, and it's really going to depend on what happens due to what happened today. That'll explain in about a couple minutes. So current state is I'm working, and at the same time I'm moving. So all of the people that know me in Parker, I will not be in Parker at the end of this year, most likely. In fact, I'll be 100 miles away up above Colorado Springs, and it will be in Florissant, and that's all I'm going to mention for now. I will still come back to Parker. I've got friends here, obviously. It's my first time moving, so I don't really know how that feels, but it's been, like, I know it's right now in my situation, it's better, but it's still, it kind of sucks because I'm not used to moving where a lot of people have moved a lot, so, yeah, that's different. I don't know how I'm going to be able to do videos up there either because I won't have cellular data or any Wi-Fi for quite a while. I'm not sure how long that's going to last either. And in the meantime, my parents are going to be getting a divorce. So that makes things twice as stressful. So not so much because I'm worried about because I'll be moving in with my mom. I know she's going to win it, so it's not why it's stressful. It's just the fact the process and everything is stressful, and moving away from a place I've lived for 16, 17 years. Yes, I'm almost 19. I say 16, 17 years because I was adopted. That's kind of another story to go with a whole life story, and that's not what this is about. This is just a life, current, and future update, and where I'm at now and where I've been the last few months. So yeah, that's kind of what's coming. That being said, I am going to get a little quiet here just because I can't have my dad hearing this. He should be asleep, but I don't trust him. Anyways, I wrecked my car today. A lot of you know that. It's not extremely bad, but the weather kind of screwed me over, and I'm pretty sure I've either bent my suspension on my car or broke the axle. So, I've got a few cars in mind for my next car, and I know which one I'm probably going to get. Just one, because pricing, and two, there's a lot of factors to it. I won't explain them because then it makes the decision influence. So comment down below I'm only going to name two cars because there's two cars in mind. A Kia Stinger, it would be a GT2 package, and it's going to be all-wheel drive. So they're all-wheel drive, rear-wheel drive bias though, or a Mustang GT. Granted, I know 90% of you are going to say Mustang GT. I would love to do that. They're around the same price if I get one used, and yes, it would be a 2019 Mustang GT. And then the Kia Stinger would be a 2018 or 19 GT2. I just want something that I can use year round. So something that's going to be where Mustang isn't super great year round, and really where I'm moving, that's not going to be ideal. I will get one eventually though. That will be the second car. So I just want to see how many of you guys really say Mustang GT or Kia Stinger. So tell me on that. Again, it's all uncut footage, unfortunately, because I can't do any editing. So, another thing is, and I'm not really sure how far I want to go in detail on this, because I'll probably get a lot of backlash, and I don't know situational wise who's going to watch this and everything, so I'm probably going to keep it rather bland, but I'll give it kind of my thoughts. So it's kind of a touchy subject, but anyways, there was really over the last just shy of 5 months, really, I was dating someone. I won't mention a name. A lot of you that watch my channel probably know who, or at least of the person or whatever, so it's whatever. Honestly, I thought it was meant, and I still kind of do, and I really hoped it would work out, because I've had really bad luck with relationships, and this still affects me. It just doesn't affect me kind of the way it should because of everything that happened. So this person, we were together, whatever, and I would have probably done more on the YouTube. Everything I've basically planned was with this person in mind. So the military, the school, even the name of SMX. The S and the M would have been my first initial and that person's first initial, but I also intentionally did not use the M as well, which worked out because of my last name having M, so it also still has that tie as well that I was prepared for in case something didn't work out. Anyways, the way it went was really for the first 2 months, it was all really great, and then there was kind of a point, it was good, but then her parents were just really involved. Her parents, as far as I'm concerned, were abusive. They were alcoholics. I have a whole record, like I tracked pretty much everything, and basically they were trying to force us to break up, and they did actually end up making us break up. As far as I know, I have no contact. I haven't been able to really contact her whatsoever for 2 months. So it was just a really bad situation, really, for both of us, because it was hurting her because of the way her parents were just to be with me, and they refused to basically let us be together, which I guess, whatever. I don't know. I really want it to work out, and if not, I tried to make it so we could at least still be friends, but that really, I don't think it's worked out. I've had no contact really since that kind of thing. So it just seemed really too real, I guess. So everything went to the point where the saying that if it seems too good to be true, it probably is, and I guess that's kind of how I feel right now. I'm kind of in the middle. It doesn't affect me a lot till I talk about it, but whatever. Deep down, I think at some point we might cross paths again and might actually, meet up again, and it might work out, it might not. And I guess if it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out. I don't know, really, I can't go much further on that. I don't have much to say to that because it's just such a touchy subject and I can't really determine where things are gonna end up. Really, we talked about acting like we were just friends. Again, I'm 18, she was under legal age, not by much, but we were talking about just acting like we were friends until she turned 18 and minimalizing contact for the reason of keeping her parents off her back. And so I can't tell if that's what's really going on or if it is actually over. And I won't really know that for, I don't know. With that being said, she told me that she was breaking up with me at one point, and that's why the emotion is kind of gone in some senses. Not my feelings for the person, but the fact that it doesn't affect me that we're broke up the way it should, because her parents, again, caused it, and the fact that I don't really know that it's technically over, but because the first time she said it, I ended up just breaking down. It hit me hard, and then I managed to get some contact with her, and she said that it was more or less forced upon, and that she was going to be honest that evening with her parents and just tell them that that wasn't what she wanted. And she told me it wasn't what she wanted, and then about a few weeks later, I was told that she was with someone else, and that she didn't want to be together, but there's certain things that don't add up. I know that she's lied to people about what actually happened and different things, so I just really can't gauge where it's at. So, anyways, I'm just trying to move on and I'm not really fully moving on until I know where it's at, but what I am kind of doing is just moving on with life, letting life kind of go, and I've got a couple things to focus on with the military and school, so, and being almost 19, I've got to kind of focus on getting my life together. So, and then if something comes back around, then it does, and if it doesn't, it doesn't. I'll get over it eventually, but it's not stopping me from being here on YouTube. In fact, this is kind of how I'm trying to get past things again. At least kind of for the time being. I'm trying to keep as positive as I can, though, anyway, so, that's kind of that story. That's where I've been the last, really, 4.5 months, and I know I haven't posted in 8 or 9 months. The rest of that was dealing with situations between my parents, moving, and really just trying to find, because I've been really in the process of moving for almost a year, and that's made it really rough because it's been kind of talk about move a little bit at a time, and now it's almost done. And there's just a couple things that hold us back right now, and that's kind of hard to come to realization for me, being so, again, I've never moved, so it's kind of hard because I'm in the process of moving, plus going through a breakup, plus having to move my school date back, and the stressful process with the military. And if you're wondering what branch, Marine Corps, yeah, so, yeah, so I'm just, that's kind of where it's at. Comment some video ideas down below. That's kind of just a life update currently and where I've been. Anyways, I do want to post more videos. If it'll actually upload daily, I will do that. If not, then honestly expect a video every other day. It might just be me playing like Call of Duty on mobile, because again, I don't have a TV right now. That's at the other house, and I got rid of my Xbox, so all I have is my phone. I'll try to play some games like that on there. I'll do some shooting when possible, when I get my computer fixed, and I don't know, I'm trying to learn some things too with filming. So, I'll film things whatever I can, and I'll just kind of give you updates. I'll maybe do like vlogs and things about going down to the military, whatever. As much as I can. I can only do so much, but again, with what I have, and I'm trying to make that work. I'm trying to make as good a content as what I can right now with what I've got and what I'm really capable of right now, because I don't know a lot about like doing video software or anything editing wise, but that's what I'm trying to learn for you guys. And if you guys have any feedback, I don't care if it's like, dude, you suck, like stop making YouTube, or like videos like, or comments such as, dude, you're not the greatest, but hey, why don't you try something like this, or here's a couple ideas for you, or here's some software that you should get when you can, like, or give me ideas on like better cameras than using my iPhone, or some software to use and videos and things, and give me some pointers. Like, I'm definitely open to that. So basically constructive criticism, as they would call it, and most of you would know in school. So kind of an emotional, serious video, little different for the channel. I am going to do a reveal of some sort. It's not going to be on a car of mine, but it's hopefully, I will find out when the car arrives in Denver, and that's all I'm going to say. It's not mine, but it is something I have in mind. I'm also going to kind of run through a list on what I want to do at some point. So anyways, yeah, make sure you just like, comment, subscribe. And when you subscribe, hit that bell icon, because that's a big thing. If you don't hit that bell icon, you're not going to get notified when I upload, when I post anything. And yeah, you should definitely be notified, because how are you going to know? I mean, you can check, but you need to know right now when to watch. So, make sure you hit the bell icon, check that out. Hope you like the video, and if you dislike it, that's fine too. But, you know, it helps to like it, not that one. But, you know, even if it sucks, go ahead and throw the thumbs up. And comment anything down below, really. Yeah, so hope you guys enjoyed. Sorry it was longer video than I expected, and a really serious video for that matter. Anyways, enjoy, have a great night or day or whatever it is where you are, and yeah, I will talk to you all later. Cheerio.